So, could you introduce yourself, your name, what you do, and what you are bringing here today?
Okay. Hello, my name is Lyrik Cruz. I am a creative director, choreographer, and I am hailing from Los Angeles. And I am here today working on the Bushnell's project of queer love stories that will be presented in September during Pride Month. To me, it was such an interesting project to be a part of. I am someone who has happily lived in my lifestyle since I was 15 years old. Throughout the past 3 decades, which, yes, I've been out the closet that long, I've seen so many shifts in the world for my people. And, to jump on a project where we get to tell our queer love stories in good taste and with a hint of elegance was something I was super interested in being a part of. So I'm really happy I was asked to be a part of this project.
Awesome. What do you think your two pieces are bringing to it? Can you describe them a little bit?
Yeah, so my 2 pieces, I'm translating queer love stories through Latin dance and hip-hop dance, which is everything that I am. It's everything that's familiar to me. I grew up in Chicago, and I am of Puerto Rican descent, so salsa is something I was born into, and hip-hop is something I was born into. So, being able to tell stories from my POV and how I grew up, and sometimes what we call hood love, and what that was for us, and how it was to hide our love in front of everyone in our neighborhood and in front of our families, and then just trying to find those moments in a day or in a week where we could just kind of escape to be ourselves, to be partners, to be boyfriends. That's what I'm telling through that storyline, just what that was and trying to find the trust to do that, because when you come from an inner city neighborhood and you live this lifestyle, it's just a little tougher to find that road of acceptance than what it is in other places, Through the Latin one, my Latin story is the contrast of masculine and feminine energy, and it living within 2 queer men who are happily both men, but, are not afraid of one is more in touch with their effeminate energy, which is something that's beautiful and something that you can own. And when you own it, you're so authentically yourself that it just shines through. And I think that's exactly what my dancers were able to do.
I agree. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Why is it important for the Bushnell and nonprofit art centers like Bushnell to support works like this?
Well, at the end of the day, these are not just gay love stories. These are human love stories, So I think that the more that we understand the narrative, that we stop creating the narrative that this is something separate, is the way that we educate to be more inclusive in just that these are human stories. It's not just a queer love story. It's not a black love story. It's not a brown love story. It's not a white love story. It's a love story. And love stories are from humans. And humans encompass it all. So that's why I think it's important that not only kudos to the Bushnell for jumping on it and deciding to do it, but this is something that should just be natural. It's something that should just be done to embody what the world is today. So I think it's important for everyone to keep opening their eyes and just remember that this is a human aspect.
That was beautiful. Thousands of patrons are obviously going to be coming up to the Bushnell on show nights to see Broadway touring shows, and they're going to be walking right past, families are going to be walking right past this. What does it mean to you to share your stories to that audience, and is there anything that you want the audience to know when they step
Yeah,
into
well,
this?
I think this was the greatest excitement, knowing that this was for a community. You get me? And a community that is going to enter this building with their children, with their grandchildren, families, couples of all types, all ages, all races, just for them to see this in a proper light, in a light that's not so salacious, that's not so sexualized, none of that, that it is just art, it is movement, it is love, it is what the world is who we are. That's what I want these people to take away as they take a look at it. And again, not to look at it as so, well, this is gay and this is lesbian and this is portraying polyamory. No, it's just portraying love, and how we take love and create this incredible art with it.
That's great. Can you, one more time, describe the project overall? Because I think you went in from the beginning from your perspective. Can you say, like, Queer Love Stories is, and sort of describe the project overall? Like the different genres and that kind of, like...
Okay. So the project is based on queer love stories told by the vision of 5 different choreographers through different styles of dance, which encompass from Latin dance to hip hop to contemporary ballet to aerial work, is what you're going to get through the love stories that are represented.
Awesome. And where will they play?
They will play at the Bushnell Performing Arts Center.
Great. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it.